Breeze Nation, what is good? It's your boy Pat the Designer back at it again. Day 3 of the draft coming up. Chicago Bears have one pick left. Will they utilize it? Will they trade back in? Will they trade back? I don't know what the Bears have planned today. Ryan Poles talked yesterday about the possibility of trying to trade back in because he feels there's a couple of gold pieces still on the board that can be gotten at the gold players, I should say, still on the board that can be gotten here in this 4th round. So it's going to be interesting to see. We're here live, chopping it up with y'all, reacting to it. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page, leave that 5-star review. Y'all know what to do. What's good, y'all? How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling? Bears Junkie in the building. He said, I wouldn't be surprised if the crew came in today with nothing but Gatorade and water bottles. I'm actually good. I got a cup of coffee. I drink like an adult. Yeah, I'm saying we're all good over here. Had a lot of fun last night. Top of the morning, y'all. Rise and grind day 3. Shout out to Jay Grizz in the building, man. You got Pedialyte, Pat. Like I said, I'm good. I know when to stop drinking, when to go home, all of that. We actually end up getting a game of Monopoly in last night. It was phenomenal. Kid had a heck of a comeback in that mug. I'm not even gonna lie to you. It was a great game, and he had a phenomenal comeback. What's going on with y'all, man? Hey, listen, I'm just excited. I'm excited for day 3 because there's still a ton of talent on the board, dog. Like this is a draft that I think was really, really shaken by that first round. I think that there is a lot of surprise on a lot of teams that some of these players have fallen. Yesterday, you saw a cornerback run go. I mean, a litany of cornerbacks, I should say, go off the board yesterday. And now, right, there's still some really good defensive end names if the Chicago Bears were interested in going defensive end on the board. I mean, Muhammad Kamara is a guy who's still on the board. Me and Joel have been talking about him a lot. Joel is definitely all in on Muhammad Kamara. I think he's a great name. Excuse me. Austin Booker on the board as well. 9 sacks last season. 6'6", 245. I mean, quick off the edge. Y'all know what kind of pressure he can bring out of Kansas. I think that there's some really, really good names still on this board, and I think it's exciting to see the Chicago Bears with an opportunity to come away with some of these names here, man. Like I thought, especially when we started seeing people going earlier and earlier yesterday, right? We started seeing names going, and I was like, geez, like I did not expect him to go anywhere near this high. And I kind of felt that way. But I mean, listen, Patrick Paul going. I thought Patrick Paul was a 4th round pick at best, and he ends up going early in the 2nd round. So I think that, like I said, there's a lot of interesting pieces still available to the Chicago Bears. I think that there's still a ton on the board that they can go after. And I wouldn't be surprised if we see some movement here from the Bears today. I don't know if we'll see them trade back, but maybe giving up some future capital, maybe a future 3rd or whatever, or a future 5th or whatever it is to try and move back in to this year's draft. Because there's some good pieces on there. So I'm expecting to see a little bit of movement today. Max Melton was a huge reach, dog. Now listen, if you believe in your guy, you believe in your guy, but huge reach. I thought, dog, I'm telling you right now, and I understand at a certain point it comes down to, okay, positional need. We're in the 3rd and 4th round. We need a guy like this. We need to build out our team. We need to add pieces on here. But I mean, like I saw some guys going yesterday. Let me pull up day 2 of the draft here real quick. Cause dog, like I swear I saw some guys going yesterday. I was like, bro, I thought he was a 5th round pick. Okay, let's see. How did this fall out? Cooper DeJean, of course, coming off the board. I knew that was going to happen. We also saw some trades. Kool-Aid McKinstry made sense. I thought he went a little bit later than I had expected for him. Yeah, Max Melton out of Rutgers to Arizona, I thought was a big reach. Vegas going Jackson Powers Johnson, bastards. Edrin Cooper was nice. Jonathan Brooks was nice. Tyler Nubin to the Giants in the 2nd round. A little surprising to me. Not that Tyler Nubin is bad, but I thought you needed some other things on that team to make this team go. You've still got major question marks on your offense. Like, I don't know. Hey, who's throwing the football to Malik Neighbors, who just got there, right? Is Spencer Rattler going there? Are we going to get? They're going to get Spencer Rattler, and they're going to like it. That's what you got coming. Who else was a reach? There was some there was some guys I was like very, very early in this draft. Hold on. I thought Kingsley Samatia went a little high to Kansas City, but I mean, that's a team that can do things like that. But I thought I had him slated as a late third round guy. Caden Wallace from Penn State, I had him slated a little closer to the fourth round. Cooper Beebe, I thought went a little high. I had him slated closer to the third round. Like, dog, like there was so many names yesterday that I was like, yo, what are y'all doing up here, bro? So I don't know, man. And I'll say this, right? Just to kind of talk about the Bears player that they did end up going out and getting yesterday. It's Crimson in the building, man. Sleeping Angels in this mug, man. What's going on, my guys? Bob Chimney in here. Bear Don. Let me get them Bear Dons in the chat. Bro. But no, I listen. When you look at a guy like Kieran Amagachi, I think the Bears got a steal there. I think the Bears got a steal. As much as a lot of these guys started absolutely flying off of the board, I thought Kieran Amagachi was a guy who could have been a lot closer to the second round than where the Bears ended up getting him. I thought he was a guy that you might see go in the second round. If we saw the run that we saw going, the fact that he got down to us, of course, dealing with the pectoral injury in college, maybe that dropped him down the board a little bit. I can't imagine that it dropped him completely down the board, but I guess right, maybe there is some of that. But I mean, listen, you're talking about a guy 6'5", 318. Maybe you want to see a little bit more weight on him as a tackle, but good stride, like how he gets out on the edge, like how he sets his edge, has really good balance. I think that he's one of those guys that Ryan Poles talks about that has that NFL body that, like, okay, yes, I have the build that you come into the draft with, and then you can grow but maintain the speed that you have. I think that he's very good at that. I think that he does an excellent job with that left hand, getting that left hand out there with that little jab and continuing to, just keep guys on the outside. I think he does a really good job recovering after a first move is performed. I think there's a lot of good things to like about him. The one thing I guess that you could say is maybe a little bit of a knock on him is some of the struggles that he's had in pass pro. But I mean, he's a third round pick. Those are things that I want to see developed. Those are things I want to see developed out of him. You know what I mean? Like, it's nothing crazy. It's dealing with, you know what I mean? When guys are hitting you with, okay, I was able to get to the inside here because your quarterback's holding the football long. You also have to take the quarterback into consideration in that out at BYU, right? How long is he holding on to the ball? When you look at that, right, there was some big play hunting going on there as well. But I really feel like that was a really good pickup for the Bears that late. I don't think that he competes for a starting job this season. I think he's probably if he does end up getting some starting time, it'll probably be at guard. He also played guard, so Ryan Poles loves that versatility from him. But I think that would be kind of where you end up seeing him start. Apparently, you see Ryan Poles loves the guys who have been Bears fans in the past because he knows the passion that's going to have with this team winning. This young man grew up in Hinsdale, Illinois. So you know that he talks about being a Bears fan. Why do we all have the same story, though? We all have the same, so what made you a Bears fan? Devin Hester. Oh, okay. All right, that works. Yeah, that makes sense. I see that. But no, I just think Ryan Poles done a great job addressing some things on offense, going with the best talent that there was available to add to that offense. And I think that, listen, there's some names on the board that I thought were going to go in the third that we're now talking about as we get to the fourth round are probably going to be coming off the board. That excites me. That excites me. Honestly, it really does. By the way, over 100 in the chat. Appreciate y'all tuning in and showing love, man. Hit that like button. Subscribe to the page, man. Matt says, I love what Poles is building. 100%, bro. 100%. He's done an amazing job, bro. Ryan Pace was here 3 years ago. Ryan Pace was here 3 years ago. I don't think y'all hear me. The dude that I am 110% sure absolutely influenced them to go out there and take Michael Penix was here 3 years ago. That's crazy. That's crazy. We went from Ryan and Matt to Ryan and Matt, and this Ryan and Matt might get it right. What a catch. I'm loving it, man. I'm loving it. Sweetness and my mom made me a Bears fan. Nah, I feel that. Do you think we should target Booker? I do. I love Austin Booker. I think that he is he's a talent that, I mean, yeah, maybe a little bit undersized when you talk about 245 pounds, but coming off of the edge, quick speed, good attack on him. 6'6", 245. Like I said, I love how he attacks off the edge. I love how he goes from the outside to the inside to try and get the quarterbacks. I love his run stop rate. I mean, as a run stopper, this guy is as elite as it comes. His pass rush win rate is one of the highest in college football. Coming into this season with 14.8%. You know what I mean? Like this guy's a pass rusher. He's a dog, and I get it. You know, maybe you look at him and you say, a little bit undersized on that. But like, you're seeing a lot of guys who are undersized based on that metric, right? Based on weight. And he's gonna put on weight. So I'm not worried about that in the slightest. I think that there's so much good about him that that if he's there for you still at 9. Or I'm sorry, at 9. Good grief. At what we got, 122. You absolutely take him. And I think he's a player that I wouldn't mind seeing the Bears trade back into this 4th round for. Now, you can also sell me on Muhammad Kamara. Right? I love Muhammad Kamara as well. I think that those are two guys that you do have to look at closely and say that if you added either of these pieces, maybe not that they're, and I think here's the thing, right? You're in the 4th round now. Neither of them are probably starting at this point, right? Neither of them are probably starting at this point, but both of them I think can come in and compete for the job. And that's what I do like. And I mean, listen, when you look at Kamara, first look, 6'1", a little bit shorter, but 250 pounds, got more weight on him. But it's the arm length, dog. The ability to just go through with absolute power. Winning with power is the biggest takeaway that I've seen from Muhammad Kamara. I think that he absolutely explodes out of his stance. I think that he absolutely is able to just get his defenders off balance so often. He's a guy who also very, very high pass rush win rate. Also one of the highest guys. A little bit different competition there, but run stop rate a little bit lower. Doesn't stop the run as well, but does a great job setting the edge. I'm fine with absolutely going out and getting Muhammad Kamara. But would I rather have Austin Booker 100%? Give me the height every time. 6'1". Not to say that you can't. I mean, it cracked me up too because Joe kept going, he's a little undersized. Like, but Muhammad Kamara is 6'1". You know what I mean? So I just think that if you get either of those guys at 122, you're doing a good job addressing your defensive line. And you really just got to add in more. You're really adding more depth, I should say, in the 4th round. And so, we'll see what this ends up being. I'm excited for it. Man. 150 in the building, 160 in the building. Hit that like button if you haven't done so. Subscribe to the page. I'm looking to next year for defense. I can see that too. It wouldn't surprise me at all if Ryan Poles did not address the defense at all in this. It would not surprise me in the slightest if Ryan Poles said, we're going all offense. If he added a late round wide receiver into this, or he adds a late round offensive lineman, it wouldn't surprise me in the slightest. Bears Junkie, they did bring in a lot of cornerbacks in for 30 visits. Listen, cornerbacks to me are to me, they're Ryan Poles and Matt Eberflus's want. They feel like you can never have enough. That you can never have enough guys in that secondary that are going to be able to step in. And listen, it worked out for us last year. It worked out for us absolutely last year. Right? Like, you think about Tyreek Stevenson missing a couple of games. You think about Jalen Johnson missing time last year and Terrell Smith being able to step in and take on that role. You think about Bojack missing time last year, right? Like, there's so many guys that missed time last year because of the football injuries. I am not worried at all about having depth at the DB position. And so if he did go DB, I wouldn't be mad at that either. At this point in the fourth round, it's like, go out there and find a guy that you know can make a team. That's all I care about. Go out there and you find you a guy that you know is going to be out there on the field and can make a team. Oh, receivers and cornerbacks, dog. If you can find them, you never have too many. You can never have too many, especially from a team that's had too few. George Hallis in the chat from the grave. So fired up. Poles is absolutely cooking. Love it, man. I'm loving what he's doing. I'm loving what he's doing. Be crazy if he drafted Brendan Rice. That would be insane. But getting Brendan Rice in the fourth round would be that. It wouldn't be a bad pickup though. You know what I mean? Like, I think that that's something where, hey, yo, shout out to the stage. I think that's something where you kind of look at it and you go, oh, there is a need to address this, and you want to develop a couple of guys here. I'm gonna mute my mic real quick. I gotta blow my nose. All right, I'm back. Y'all ever see that? Or y'all ever get that? I got a weird thing going on here, dog. Where it's like, I got you ever get like a scab on the inside of your nose? Like, dog, that mess is irritating the mess out of me. And my sinuses are going crazy. By the way, over 200 in the chat. 200. Appreciate y'all for showing love, man. Appreciate y'all for rocking with us. All right. The draft is underway, ladies and gentlemen. Let me get this on the screen here. Nice, Mark. Try and be able to keep up with it as much as we can here. Let me see if I can. Okay, so I can just slide down. All right, that's cool. That'll work. All right. NJ says, bear down, day 3 defensive end coming. I wouldn't be surprised, though. I would not be surprised. I think that there's some really good defensive ends on the board. I think that when you start to look at kind of, okay, what are we going with need? And listen, again, I said this a couple of times on here. Don't be surprised if you see Ryan Poles trade back into this. Don't be surprised if you see Ryan Poles find his way back into this, man. Who do y'all want to see in this fourth round? Who do y'all want to see in this fourth round? The pre-show before the draft, right? If anyone gets picked early, do not spoil it in the chat. Oh, yeah, that's true. Pat, did you ever make a setup video? What you mean a setup video? Hey, yo. Man said, I still think there's a bunch of meat on the bone. What are you talking about there, my guy? Still available. Jalen Wright, Jared Wiley, and Austin Booker. Mel's best available. Yeah, I'm hoping that they. I don't know if Booker's gonna fall to us, bro. We got a long way to go before us. I'd love Van Pran if he drops a little bit further. I wouldn't be mad at a Cedric Van Pran either. I wouldn't be mad at a Cedric Van Prey. You go out, you get a developmental center, somebody that you think can be a long term piece. I would not be upset about that at all. What would it cost to get an extra pick today not used in 2022? Um, you're talking about some capital for next year. You're probably talking about to get back into your fourth round, you might be able to pair up a fifth and a sixth, or you might be able to pair up right. I mean, you'd be able to get a third straight up, but you'd probably be able to get more draft capital in this draft if you traded your third round. Um, but I don't think that it would be crazy expensive to move up into this draft, especially with some of these teams who have a ton of draft capital available. Now, could we trade Valus Jones for a fourth round pick? That would be phenomenal. I'm telling you, bro, Valus got nudes on somebody in that building, bro. I don't know. I don't know. He's got pictures on somebody in that building. He got dirt because I don't know how he has survived this long. As the Carolina Panthers pick is in, Jatavian Sanders, first off the board, tight end out of Texas. First player off the board. I trying to get Bryce some weapons. I guess that makes sense. I'm I'm a little surprised. I'm a little bit surprised by that one, but I mean, first player off the board. Okay, tight end's not bad there. Good physical player. I'm sorry. That shocked me a little bit. That shocked me a little bit. The Panthers are panthering. Now I'm not saying that that's a bad pick, but Jatavion Sanders was not how I expected to start things off here. I don't know. Have they addressed the offensive line at all? I don't have the Panthers addressed the offensive line at all? Now, the thing that I do love about him is great guy as far as going up and getting the 50-50 balls, does a really good job um at going out there and getting the contested catches, but I don't know. I don't know. Grady said Valus for a ninth pick. Let's do right by him. So is it accurate that we get a compensation pick next year if Keenan Allen signs elsewhere? Next year, I believe a third rounder. I haven't looked into that yet. So I'm not going to say whether that's accurate or not. That doesn't sound incorrect to me. I think because we traded for him, we would get some kind of compensation. I don't know if it would be a third rounder. Um, but I mean, yeah, you'd be losing a big name player. So it sounds about right. Bears Junkie, more weapons for Bryce Young. It is more weapons for Bryce. I'm not saying that it's not more weapons for Bryce. Is this like draft thing just frozen, or do I have to just like refresh the page every time a pick comes through? Okay, apparently I have to refresh the page every time a pick comes through. Why is it so large? Pause. That was crazy. Check Pat. Panthers have not picked an O lineman yet. Yeah, so he's got to throw to he's he's got to go out there and throw behind the same O line as last year. Poor Bryce. Poor Bryce. Poor Bryce. Oh my God. Troy Franklin off the board. That's a good get for Denver. That's a good get for Denver. Troy Franklin's got some talent. I like Troy Franklin. That is a good get for Denver. 6'1", 176. And I mean, listen, that is the what we wanted to do here with Caleb, the Brendan Rice move. He's worked with Bo. He's played a ton with Bo. 1,300 receiving yards. He's got the most receiving yards in school history right now. 1,383, I should say. I mean, listen, I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. I think that's a good get. You get Bo, somebody he's very comfortable with. He has an ability to go out there and I mean, to be able to just start off with somebody he knows, okay, this is how this guy's going to play. This is where he likes the ball. This is how I'm going to place the ball. I don't think it's going to be tough to break into that wide receiving core over there in Denver. Um, I guess the only thing about him that I would say maybe is a little bit concerning for a guy that's 6'1" is he's not really a go up and get it guy. Not a great contested catch rate win percentage, but I'm not mad at this. I'm not mad at this at all. I think that's a good pick for them. Panthers signed a few offensive linemen in free agency. I get it, but like I mean, listen, dog. I feel like they are not putting Bryce in a situation to ever be successful there. And I hate seeing that. I hate seeing that. You drafted him number 1 overall for what? Like, how do you not address the offensive line in this draft in the slightest? I don't know. With as many linemen that have gone off the board that I think most of us think are going to be fairly talented. That is that you want to look at the Panthers, and that's what the Bears have done forever. I'm so glad we're not doing that anymore. Look at the Panthers. That's exactly how the Bears have operated forever. Bears junkie. That's a frustratingly good pick. No, 100%, dog. Hey, listen, I'm not gonna lie. And all I kept thinking the entire time was, dang, that's good. And you giving that to Sean Payton? Dang it. It's a pretty good call. It's a pretty good pick. Troy Franklin out of Oregon, heading to pair up with Bo Nix out in Denver. I think that's gonna be some good stuff. It's gonna be some good stuff. I feel so bad for Bryce. Dude, Carolina is not doing their job. They have to protect this man at all, bro. At all. I don't know what Carolina's got going on. Patriots on the clock right now. They need a lot. They need a lot. They still need what have they taken in the draft? Let me get a let me put that on a different screen, I guess. So I could see what has been taken by teams in the draft already. Big board, whatever. Nah. Patriots pick is in. Patriots are going to be an interesting team with them turning everything over. That's going to be interesting this year. That's a good get. Layden Robinson, guard out of Texas A&M. He's a developmental piece, though. He's an absolute developmental piece. But 6'4", 315, good size. Um, Good long arm guy. Yeah, I mean, improved his game tremendously in 2023, so he was on the right path. 2021 had a great year. Only allowed 1 sack last year, allowed 4 sacks the years before. He's a right guard for the most part, so trying to build that offensive line up. Trying to build it. Look at that, addressing the offensive line for a new quarterback. Amazing. No, it's crazy, bro. I'm still tripping on the Panthers right now, going out and getting a tight end, bro. That's wild to me. Hoosier Heat said they trying to get another number 1 pick. Hey, listen, here's the thing, too. I just feel bad for Bryce. I really do. I just feel bad for Bryce. But we have their 2nd round pick next year. So be as bad as possible. Keep picking how you're picking. Keep sucking right now. No Diddy. Like it has nothing to do with like me actually worrying about like the Patriots being good, but or not the Patriots, about the Panthers being good, but it's just wild to see. So far, Patriots, Drake have taken Drake May, um, Jalen Polk. So you went out and addressed the wide receiver position. I don't think that they traded back in at all yesterday. A lot of picks for Washington yesterday in that second round. I forgot about that, man. And then they went Caden Wallace. So you got your tackle there. A little bit high for Caden Wallace. I'm not gonna lie to you. A little bit high for Caden Wallace, I guess, but 6'5", 341, good size on him. I I don't know. Lewis Riddick right now is telling me that Caden Wallace is gonna be one of the steals of this draft. Okay, I'll take your word for it. As we got the Cardinals pick in here. Jaden Taylor, I woke up to just keep sucking. My bad, dog. My bad. My bad. Nope, no Diddy. No Diddy. Washington has 6 picks in the 3rd round. Yeah, bro. Hey, they was going crazy yesterday. Are the Falcons losing the draft? Let me look it through what the Falcons did. I know the first round. Michael Penix makes no sense to me. I'm sorry. It doesn't. There's no part of that that makes any sense to me. But outside of that, I'll tell you who's winning though. I think the Cardinals have had a excellent draft. I think the Cardinals have come away with some dogs in this draft. Trying to see what. So they took Braylon Trice. That's not a bad pick. A little high, but that's okay. Braylon Trice out of Washington. I mean, um, as far as his pass rush win rate, this guy's a dog. Gets downhill. Ended up with what 21 sacks over his 3-year career, 6'4", 274. Good guy coming off of the edge. I'm not mad at that. I think that you got a nice pickup there. A little high, but a nice pickup. And then what they do in the 2nd round. Second round. Did they not have a pick in the 2nd round? Oh, they didn't even have. Oh, they did. Okay. Oh, and then they went Rook or Rororo. Yeah. Yeah, no, they've had a bad draft. Yeah, no, they've had a bad draft. Yeah. Yeah, they've had a bad draft. I'm not gonna lie. As I'm going through it, I'm like, you took a Rororo in the 2nd round? A Rororo. Adrian Taylor Demerson. Listen, y'all know how I feel about 3 names. Not a big 3-name guy. I was a big 3-name guy when it came to Jackson Powers Johnson, though. That's a good pick. The Cardinals have had a really good draft, dog. That's a really good pick. They are really trying to rebuild that defense. Good guy in coverage. What do he end up? How many interceptions he end up getting? Um, it can't be a lot. They don't even have it on here. Oh, four interceptions. That's a good pick, dog. 5'11", 195, good speed, good break on the ball. That's a solid pick in the fourth round. It's so weird to see like so the selections that they've had: Tip Raymond out of Illinois, Elijah Jones, and then Adrian Taylor Demerson, which phenomenal name. Tribal Chief Pat, I really enjoy your content, bro. I'd love to see you on TV with Alex Brown and them boys, man. That'd be a dream, bro. That'd be so much fun. It'll be crazy, dog. 10 over his career. Yeah. 4 last season. It's Crimson. Pat the designer, 3 name dude. The is not a name. It is you say it all together. It's like a Tribe Called Quest. That's a really good pick. He's got really good ball tracking skills, no diddy. I mean, like that is a really, really good pick. What do we got here? Chargers pick is in. Justin Aboybe, defensive end out of Alabama. I'm not even gonna pretend like I know a ton about my man. Let's go to the draft tracker. See what we looking at on him. He looked like a fourth round guy to me. He looks like more of a run defense guy than anything. 6'5", 292. Not mad at that. Yeah, they saying the same thing. Good in the run game. 7 sacks. Big uptick in sacks last season. Big uptick in sacks. Had 1, and then 7. Oh, big uptick in defensive snaps played. That'll do it. Big uptick in defensive sacks played. Joe Alt, Lad McConkey, got to stick that second C. Junior Colson and Justin Eboigbe. It's not a bad it's not a bad group of guys right there. It's not a bad group of guys right there. I think the Chargers might know what they're doing with Jim Harbaugh there. I think the Chargers might know a little bit of something with Jim Harbaugh there. I don't see the Bears trading any capital to get in this draft. I think they will address what they can for free agents and then go hard in next year's draft. I wouldn't be surprised by that either, dog. I would not be surprised by that either. I think that realistically speaking, when you're talking about what Ryan Poles has said, that he's very comfortable. He's very comfortable with the picks that he has. He's very comfortable with how the Chicago Bears are set up right now, and that if, if you're talking about going to um, trying to get back or getting back in the later rounds, stuff like that. Like he doesn't feel the need to. He literally said in day 2, after that 4th round pick, I'll probably go get a workout in. Yeah, I mean, like, so I don't think that you're talking about him adding more capital later. I think that you may see him add a piece ahead, but I wouldn't be surprised if he is just comfortable. Hey, here we go. Now let's keep it moving. Your dreams will come true, Pat. You're the man, natural talent, and well informed. Can't thank you enough for keeping me in the know. Living in PA, it wasn't easy being in the know of beloved Bears. Hey, listen, we definitely gonna keep you up to date, man. We got you covered here, got you covered on the Chicago Bears podcast, got you covered on shout out to Hayes over on Chicago Bears Central. Yeah, I mean, we're keeping you covered with all the content. Grady, why are the Bills helping the Chiefs? It's like Joker giving Batman all of Bane's plans for destruction. Well, Joker has helped Batman a couple of times here, right? Where he's like, listen, I'm gonna be the one to kill you. This guy looks like he might actually do it though. Here you go. But I don't know, bro. I have no idea. The Bills, the the fact that the Bills. Now I'm not saying that Xavier Worthy's going to be this. But the fact that the Bills were on the board and we're like, we're gonna trade. Oh, all right, who you gonna trade with? We're gonna trade with the Chiefs. Okay, the guys that keep kicking your butts. That makes sense. Who do you think they're gonna take? Probably that dude that has a really similar skill set to Tyreek Hill. What? And it's not like you think like, oh well, they got to develop them. Yeah, I mean, like, no, they go develop this mug. They're gonna develop them. It's the Chiefs. They've developed mugs that we were like, I thought he was trash. They're gonna develop them. I don't know, bro. I don't know. I'm with you on that, Grady. I don't get that. I would that would be to me. That's like the Bears trading with the Packers, and then the Packers go out there and get a pick that you know is absolutely going to crush you. Or it's like the Bears trading right the ninth pick with the Packers, and the Packers go get a quarterback that's gonna kill you. Like what? Why'd you go with that bar? Titans pick is in. Woo! Cedric Gray, linebacker. I thought she was about to say Cedric Van Pran. I was about to be like, dang it, there goes the center that we could have got right there. Cedric Gray, linebacker out of North Carolina. Good get for them. I guess, yeah, I mean, that's a little that's a solid pickup for them. I don't think that that's high at all for him at this point. I think that he is absolutely a guy who can rush the passer. I like his ability to get pressure on the line. Love the speed on him. Like his ability to recover. I think that he is a good name. He's somebody that when I was looking at the linebackers, I was like, if the Bears took him, I would not be mad. This season a little bit worse than last season as far as how I would say he performed overall, but I think this season also went worse than last season for them. 6'2", 235, young guy, 21 years old only for him. So I think that's a solid pick up there for the Titans. Titans slowly trying to rebuild this defense. Titans got some names on there. 115 tackles the year before, 80 tackles last season. And he does not miss tackles. Solid guy in coverage as well. He's a depth piece. He's a depth piece. Giants are on the board. What are the Giants going to do? Are the Giants ever going to get a quarterback? Are the Giants ever going to get a quarterback? Yeah, I mean, somebody. Theo Johnson, tight end out of Penn State. now, now, now. I'm sorry, dog. Ringo got to be going through it. They really running this back with Daniel Jones. Listen, I get it. I'm not saying Spencer Rattler is amazing. I'm not saying that he's gonna come in here and he's gonna light everything, but try something different. You know, Daniel Jones is gonna work. The one thing I'll say about this guy that I like out of Penn State, 50-50 balls are his. It's not even 50-50 balls. He's a go up and get it guy. Big body, 6'6", 264. When you talk about going after the contested catch, his contested catch rate, 75%. If you throw him the football, he's going to bring it in. Last season, only got 45 targets, brought in 34 of them, brought in 7 touchdowns as well. That's the most use that you've gotten out of him. He's kind of like now I will say this, he is a big body, go get it, come down with it guy. As Minnesota on the board here. Tight end is interesting. Tight end is very interesting there, my guy. Theo Johnson, a solid pickup, bro, but who's throwing the football? 108th pick. The Vikings select. Ooh, they got a dog. Oh no. Oh no. They got a dog. Oh no. That's not what I wanted to see at all. Kyrie Jackson to the Minnesota Vikings. Oh, they got a dog, boys. He's first team all Pac-12. He's a big boy, 6'3". He is a 6'3" DB, 195 pounds. I'm not gonna stunt with you. Kind of reminds me of Tyreek Stevenson. Kind of reminds me of Tyreek Stevenson a little bit. You can kind of put him anywhere. He's really good at attacking the run. He's really good in coverage. He's just so strong. Not a big interception guy. I guess that you feel a little bit better about that, but oh no. Oh, they got better. They got a lot better. That is a good get. What was Reek? Was Reek out of Oregon as well? Was Tyree Stevenson out of Oregon? Is Oregon like the home of DBs right now? Where was Tyreek out of? Georgia and Miami. Okay, Georgia and Miami. Grady Pat. Oh, the Falcons are on the clock. What you saying there? Um, Pat, this is why we don't need to trade for more picks. We need a 9-pick draft next year so that we can get more dogs in every round. Yeah, but I'm fine trading like later picks to get back in it. Because I think we're gonna trade some of the picks during the season. I wouldn't be surprised if we traded picks during the season. Brandon Dorless. That no cap. That's a solid pick. That's a solid pick. Back to back Oregon guys. That's a solid pick on the defensive interior. Real physical guy, 6'3", 290. Kind of your 3 tech, I guess, for that. I wouldn't have minded if the Bears ended up coming away with him. He could play anywhere on the line. He's played more so in that B gap than anything. He's done a great job at winning his pass rush. He's a guy that just pushes the pocket backwards. I don't know if you guys are watching on the draft right now, but I mean, like, he does a really good job of just forcing your center right back into the pocket. That's a good get for the Falcons. That's probably their first really good get that I'm like, yeah, I can see him being a dog in this league in a while. I guess you're going him and Ruka Rororo in the middle. I guess. I don't know. Like that is Shane O'Mac to Max said Falcons going QB again. Patriots on the clock. What do the Patriots need right now? What did I say? Did they took a wide receiver? I mean, they need a lot of wide receivers. I wouldn't be surprised if they went wide receiver again. I wouldn't be surprised if they went um I mean, I guess not. They've attacked guard, they've attacked tackle. They went wide receiver, Javon Baker out of UFC or out of UCF. Not bad. It's not a bad get. Javon Baker out of UCF. Um, he was I think that his numbers are a little misleading, especially when you look at PFF. First off, as far as a 50-50 guy, he can go up and get it. Beginning of this season, when I looked at him, there was a ton of dropped balls. I mean, like a ton. So, like when you look on PFF, his drop rate is, I believe, is going to be atrocious. Um, but I think kind of by the end of the year, he had cleaned up a lot of that. Ended up getting 7 touchdowns last year. Came away with 84, or I'm sorry, 52 receptions on 84 targets. He improved as the year went on. And I think that that's a solid name to have outside of Jalen Polk on that team. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that get. I'm not mad at that get. Who's on the clock now? We got the Packers on the clock. Oh, did we get a trade? Did we just get a trade? Who are the Packers going to get? Oh no. Oh, who are the Packers going to get? Oh man, are they going to go get the center? Or are they going to go get Austin Booker? They can use both. There's a lot of guys they can get still on the board. I don't think they go DB. Um, Mason McCormick's still on the board. Van Pran is still on the board. I wouldn't be surprised if they went McCormick over Van Pran. If they wanted to go safety, who's still out there? Jaden Hicks still on the board. Um, Makai Wingo still on the board too. And I think they probably want to address more of the safety position than anything. I guess linebacker as well. Is Jeremiah Trotter Jr. still on the board? Is Jeremiah Trotter Jr. still out there? Does anybody know? I don't remember if he got taken yesterday. I think they could go with that as well. New England got a good one. Baker is super nice. No, Baker is definitely nice. Baker is definitely nice. He's still on the board. I could see them going Jeremiah Trotter Jr. trying to add to that linebacker room. Um, I don't like that they've traded up because it's like, what did you see? I hate that they traded up because I'm just like, what did you see that's still out there that I'm gonna have to deal with twice a year? They already took Bullard, so if they go safety, they see Bullard as a nickel. Could be that. Safety would be an interesting one. I could see them going linebacker as well. I think that that's probably where they would go. Let me see. What are the linebackers left? That or corner, I guess. But who would you take? Who would you take at corner? Why would you take another corner? Hey, who's out there linebacker right now? There's still some good names on this board, dog. Jeremiah Trotter Jr. is out there. Tommy Eichenberg's out there out of Ohio State. Um, Steel Chambers out of O State. Jordan McGee out of Temple. It feels a little early for some of those names, but Jeremiah Trotter Jr. not being gone is kind of shocking right now. They moved up 15 spots to whoever they saw they really like. No, I know. I'm telling you that's what scares the heck out of me, bro. That's what scares the heck out of me right now, dog. I'm like, why did you move up so far? What was the trade? I don't even think they announced the trade. Oh, this guy's gross. Bro, imagine being a human being that puts cheese on your head and walks out the building. I hate the Packers so much. They went Evan Williams out of Oregon. So they went with another safety. 2023. They went with another safety. That's interesting. All right. 82 tackles last year, 4.5 sacks. All right. You really wanted to. I guess I'm not mad at it. Like I hope I wish him nothing but failure. Like I hope he's successful as a player and makes a lot of money, but I hope he wins as few games as humanly possible. All right. I guarantee you Tom Grossi on the Patcast is losing his mind. Bro, he might be, bro. I'm a little bit shocked by that one. I'm not gonna lie to you. You moved up a long way for safety. What was the trade? Did anybody see what the trade was? Did anybody get a chance to see what the trade was? I just love I love hearing the wows. If he sits for 4 or 5 years, they're talking about taking a quarterback or Atlanta taking the quarterback. If he sits for 4 or 5 years, he's 24 years old, bro. He's 24. He'll be 25 by the start of the season. There's no way you think that's a good pick, brother. I'm sorry. Hey, they picked my man during a commercial break. I guess at 12, Jesus. Couldn't hook my guy up. Couldn't let him get his name called on the screen. You had to take him during commercial break. Uh Demarcion Richardson out of where's that? Decameron. New one on that one. Decameron Richardson out of Mississippi State. Um Another DB going 6'2, 195. He's a 4-year guy out there. So I mean a lot of time spent there. Solid guy in man coverage. Guy you can leave on the island. Not mad at that. They traded their third and their sixth for next year, or their third and their sixth this, or a third next year and a sixth this year. Packers got 111 and 120. Packers got 111, 126. Wait, Packers got 111. Jets got 126 and 190. So they're fourth and they're sixth for this year. Wow. Wow. That's tough. That's tough. Call it a series, boys. Wrap it up. I'm with Stephen A. That was a terrible move. The reason that the Michael Penix move is terrible, and they can sit here and try and do all the press they want to. It's terrible, even if Michael Penix is good. I'm not saying Michael Penix can't play football. I think that he can. I think he's a good quarterback. But even if you think he's a good quarterback, you if you felt like Michael Penix was a guy that is going to play in a couple of years, and you want him to sit and heal up and all of that, why did you pay him $100 million? That's my only question. Why did you give him 100 million guaranteed? That's my question. Just in case you guys were wondering, because they're doing like an interview right now and not announcing the picks. 113 to the Ravens is Devontae Walker. Devontae Walker is actually pretty nice. He's a big body guy, 6'2", 200 pounds. Probably needs to add a little bit more weight, and probably has added a little bit more weight since the latest. He's a guy that is a go up and get it again guy. Good job on the contested catches, about a 58% completion on contested catches. Didn't get a ton of targets in college, but did come away with touchdowns. He was a big end zone guy, and that's what you want to see. I think that's a good pickup. Somebody that can be a big body around the end zone, not a tight end type, still a wide receiver type. I think that he's got really good hands on the line of scrimmage. He attacks very well off of the line, explodes out of his explodes into his routes, I should say. Doesn't use his body, which I think is great. I guess if there's any knock on him, I'd say he's more of a I guess he's not like an elite route runner. Like I'd say you'd probably say he's more of a like, hey, listen, get here somehow. And if we get the ball to you, go get it. Yeah, I mean, he's that kind of receiver. That's solid though. Fourth round pick. That's a solid pickup. Jaguars next on the board. Now the Jaguars get interesting here because the Jaguars have 114 and 116. They got 116 by a trade. I don't know if it'll pull up what the trade was, but no, they got some solid names on the list here. Atlanta knows something somebody else doesn't know. They'll all be fired by the bye week. Brandon, it's Brian Pace. We know what happened. Hey, bro, I told y'all, bro. Muggs is sitting there confused about what happened. Ryan Pace is there. He's their head of college scouting, ain't he? He's not the GM. No, he's not the GM, but he's absolutely a guy that can sit there and influence the GM and talk to the GM. He's their head of college scouting. Do you think that the GM's not going to listen to his head of college scouting? Pretty sure the GM has final say. Yes, of course he do. What is his you dig down there? Ryan Pace job. Definitely not general manager. Uh Atlanta Falcons. Oh, my bad. He's director of player personnel. All right, all right. Maybe he's a little lower. Maybe he's a little lower. I still put it on him. I still think he did it. You can't tell me he didn't do it. I thought he was doing something with like pro scouting for them. Senior personnel executive, director of player personnel. All right. I'm still blaming him. All right, Pat, I'm enjoying your day 3 draft coverage from Australia. Keep up the good work. Shout out to you, my guy from Australia. What time you got there right now, man? I always get confused with the freaking time switches. I know y'all are a day ahead of us, so it's like Sunday there. But what time is it? Who are we looking at for this pick? Looks like Javon Foster just came off the board to the Jaguars, which is a interesting name there. Tackle out of Mizzou. Solid guy. I mean, he only allowed 1 sack last season. That's actually a really good name to get this late. 6'5", 319. I wouldn't have been mad at him if the Bears had taken a look at him late. Maybe a little high on the draft board, but I mean, listen, you need offensive line depth. So I think that's what this move is right now. He's absolutely a left tackle. Good length, good size, does a good job in the pass pro, does a good job in pass pro, does a good job in run pro. Nothing crazy one way or the other on him. Um, Zone blocking scheme type of guy, so not mad at it at all. Eric All going to the Bengals here. Big body tight end, 6'5", 250. The one thing that I do like about him, though, really, really, really good speed. I don't think of him as like a contested guy. Or pass contest guy. I think of him as like a almost like a take the top off type of guy. Like I almost view him as more of a wide receiver than anything. I almost view him as more of a wide receiver than I do um a tight end. Like what? I can't even see you. Oh, what's up? I'll see you later. Come here, baby. Oh, little mama in the house. Watch your mouth. What's that, baby? Say hi to the show. Say hi to the people. Let me get the camera. Look at the camera. Right here. There you go. You got something you want to say? Yeah. What you want to say? Bear down. Over there. Yeah. Give me a kiss. Mwah. I love you. Oh, you drove that. Look, make noise. Look how the lights light up when I make noise. Say something. Yeah. Oh man. Little mama in the building, man. She's adorable. Appreciate y'all, man. That's what life all about. Absolutely. Absolutely, bro. Little mama's here, so that means the Bears will get a starter in the 4th round. Hey, I told y'all, stop using my baby as a good luck charm, Baki. Hey, I'm not gonna lie, it did used to work a little bit too much though. When we was doing the live calls, it definitely worked way too much. What I miss in all of that? Jordan Jefferson out of LSU to the Jaguars. They had 2 picks there. So on the sandwich picks there, Javon Foster, tackle, Jordan Jefferson, defensive line. He's an interior guy. Development piece. Development piece. He's a development piece. 6'4", 317. He's a development piece. You're hoping to develop him up, hoping to be able to talk him up. Need a soundbite of that bear down for the show. Lucky your kiddo gets to say bear down. My fiance is a Packers fan, and we agreed our kids will be fans of other teams. Son is a Colts fan at the moment. Hey man, they always end up working their way back somehow, bro. You just hope he works his you hope the Bears are good enough that he works his way back to the Bears. You usually end up becoming a team if that team is good of the team that your dad likes because you want to spend a lot of time with your dad and you want to be around him and you want to watch the game with him, all of that. Yeah, I mean. Um, Sup, Pat, I want the Bears to get a defensive end or a center with their last pick. I'm in on both. I'm in on both 100%. Board is falling favorably for us. It really is, bro. I mean, Jordan Jefferson, I don't know. Have we seen a center come off the board yet? We haven't seen a center come off the board yet in this round. Um, I'll be interested to see kind of what the Bears end up doing with this pick. Do they have a full offensive draft? That's the question. And by the way, I'm just gonna be live for the fourth round today. If the Bears trade back into the fifth or the sixth, I'll come back on. I'll just drop a video, yeah, I mean, or the seventh, whatever it is. I'll just drop a video. But I based on what Ryan Poles has said, we're gonna be going after our guy, and that's about it. So I'll be live for the fourth round. If anything else breaks, of course, we'll have news dropping throughout the day. We're going to have videos dropping throughout the day, breaking down some of these players. Also, if you guys have not signed up, sign up for the Patreon because we are going to be doing the video version of all of these where we look at all the guys that the Chicago Bears go out and get, look at their highlights, look at their plays. I think I've already done Roma Dunze, so I've got that on there. But then going out and looking at basically just doing a full video, looking at all of them, everybody that the Bears draft and their pros and cons, different stuff like that. That'll be live on the Patreon side later today because I legally can't get away with doing that. Either today or tomorrow. Depends on if the Bears do something in the fifth, sixth, or seventh round. But um, if we finish it off at the fourth, it'll probably be done today. If it's more players and stuff like that, I'll add more on. Seattle's on the board. Did I miss two picks here? What the heck's going on? Okay, I did miss two picks. All right, so Tanner Bortleone. I clearly based on me saying his name, I have done no breakdown on this guy, so I'm not gonna sit here and fake with y'all like I have. I can give you the basics. 6'4", 310, young guy, 21 years old. You would assume a lot of ability to grow. Has played center just about most of his career. Also left guard versatile, like that, like that. Pass block grades are 80.3. Run block grade 61.1. So he's good in pass block, struggles in run block, according to PFF. And he is, based on this, he's somebody who's gotten worse throughout his college career. 2021 was his best year. 2022, he struggled. 2023, he absolutely apparently fell off a cliff. So I don't know if maybe this is a, hey, if we get this guy in here, we can build him back up type of pick. I have no idea. Trice Knight, linebacker out of UTEP, going to Seattle. Now, PFF is giving this an above average grade, I should say, for the Colts, saying that he allowed just one sack and 11 pressures and a total of 479 pass blocking snaps in 2023. All right, that's not bad. That's not bad. Let me see. Oh, he gets out moves in pass pro. Hold on now. And they might have got a dog. They might have got them a little bit of a dog. Got long arms for sure. He's got long arms, really long arms. Oh, he's got a mullet. This guy's gonna be a monster. He's got a mullet, guys. He's got a mullet. You know this guy's gonna be a monster. I let my wife stay an Eagles fan for the first 2 years of our marriage, but converted her. I feel that, dog. It's really just about, you know what I mean? Like you want to be at the hey Pat the hater, one sack and 400 dropbacks. He is a nasty dog. No, I'm not saying he's not. I just didn't know anything about him. I didn't do a breakdown on him. He's not one of the guys that I looked at as far as the center position, which maybe I should have. No, he's got some game. I can't sit here and give you an in-depth breakdown of him because he's not one of the guys that I took a look at. I ain't gonna come on here and cap. I'm just not. I'm not gonna come on here and just be like, no, I love this guy. I looked at all his tape. I've watched hours of tape on it. No, I didn't watch a single snap of this guy outside of I guess when Wisconsin played um Illinois. And I didn't pay attention to him then because Illinois is so terrible. So well, I got the name going, and I told her, "You're a Hallish. You gotta be a Bears fan." I feel you on that, my guy. Mason McCormick going to the Steelers, South Dakota State, offensive guard. It's a sneaky good pick. That's a sneaky good pick. That's a freaking sneaky good pick by the Steelers. Whoever is playing quarterback over there, whether it's Justin or it's Russell. Now this guy I've seen. This is a dog. This guy I've seen. He's played left guard. I knew we knew that they wanted to upgrade that left guard position, wanted to upgrade that offensive line. A monster, a monster, a monster road grader when it comes to the run blocking for this guy. I think it's the thing that stood out to me the most when they were running to the left side. He was leading the way. 6'5", 315, good feet on him, good speed on him for a big guy. I think that he's solid in pass pro, which is really what you expect from your guys that are blocking up front. All right, let's start off solid and we can improve your game here. This could be a sleeper in this draft. Mason McCormick to me is a name that absolutely if he had gotten near us, I'd have said I'd be fine with the Bears looking at him as well. That is a stud. That is a stud to the Steelers at 119. That is a stud to the Steelers at 119. Oof, oof. Bears are 3 picks away. Pat, who would you like to see drafted this time around? I mean, on the board right now, there's so many names still on the board. I've been a big Austin Booker guy. Go get Austin Booker. Go get your edge. It's the 4th round. He's a bookend guy. You can put him opposite Montez Sweat. He's fine being opposite Montez Sweat. He's not going to be a guy that's going to eventually, at least in my belief, is going to eventually be the best player on your defensive line. But he's an absolute compliment to Montez Sweat. That would be who I would love to see the Bears go out there and add to this team. Now, you've got 2 teams ahead of you in Miami and in Seattle that both could take him because I think that there's a possibility that they also look at the edge and say, no, there's a dog out there. Now, Miami's in kind of this weird position because to me, um, not only do they need edge, I think they still, and I know they've addressed it some, but I think they still need a little bit on the offensive line as well. But I would not be surprised if we saw them go edge. If you end up missing out on Austin Booker, go Cedric Van Pran. Go out and get your backup center. Good name, good guy. I think you could honestly even move. back and try and go get him. But because I don't think that anybody's going to take the center on the board. The Dolphins pick is in. The Dolphins do need a center though. You got to remember that. Why can't I think of my boy's name? He ended up tearing his ACL up last season. And they need somebody who can fill that position, who could be healthy. And Van Pran's a pure center. So the fact that the Dolphins are even here right now, I would say, is interesting. Um, as we get to this fourth round, did they really? They took a running back. They took Jalen Wright out of Tennessee. I know it's not on the board yet, but at least if the PFF board is right, and I got to see what's up. I think they took a running back. The pick is in, bro. If this is bro, are they for real, bro? I'm not even saying he's not going to be good. I think Jalen Wright's going to be a dog in this league. But thank you. They don't have a center unless they just don't view Van Pran as that good of a player, which I guess could be the case. He's fallen. Nah, he's about where I thought he'd be at. He's about where I thought he'd be at. All right, let's see. Let's see if they actually took a running back. Let's see if they actually took this running back. Yeah, they traded the pick. Yeah. They get to the pick. They did. They took the running back. Now, listen, he's a monster. I'm not saying he's a monster. Like he's got good speed. He's a big play guy. Um, he's 7.4 yards per rush type of guy. But I'm surprised. I'm very surprised right now. He didn't even have like I don't know. I'm not mad at it. He's got plenty of speed, explosive guy. Led the team in rushing as a sophomore last year. He's not. I mean, you're talking about him as the backup too, right? Like that makes a big difference. He's definitely an NFL caliber running back. And he's a younger player, so I guess you're getting some youth on that. You're going to get some years on that. But wow, wow, yeah. Make the pick. Make the pick. AJ Bonner, tight end out of Michigan. All right, cool. Tight end, nice. Bears are on the clock. Bears are on the clock. That's all I care about. Bears are on the clock. Falcons trading up, going kicker or QB. All right. There's so much available, dog. Muhammad Kamara's on the board. AJ Epinesa. I'm a little late. Freaking who's the other guy that's on the board? I'm now my mind's all freaking Austin Booker's on the board. There's so much that the Bears could attack here. Let's see what we did. 122. Bears. All right. Bro, did he just say punter? Bro, did we just take a punter? Now listen. Now listen. Now listen. Now listen. Bro, did we just take a punter? Nah, nobody got a boot. He got a boot. He's got a boot. I think he's the best punter in college football. But did we just draft a punter? Now, now listen. We need a punter. We need a punter. We need a punter bad. We need a punter bad. Because we didn't have one. Shout out to Sketch. Did we just take a punter? And you just jumped in here, didn't change the background or nothing on this one.
Oh.
Jesus.
Oh, that's crazy.
It's not wrong, but it's wrong there. But I guess if you only got 4, bro, we just took a punter.
Well, what does that mean? Do you trust their scouting? Is that
no? Listen.
Kamara is undersized and Booker.
Kamara's super undersized, but we do need a punter, and he's the best punter. Our punter sucks.
Well, then that means he's decent in the 4th round.
I think that this is it. This is it right here. I'm not even that upset at the pick.
Right.
I waited for a punter, bro. I'm not even that upset at the pick.
This is an hour and a half. Man, I've been so busy. And I didn't realize you were on this long.
Wow. Listen.
Wow.
I don't know, bro. I'm not a guy that likes paying for punters or using this is real draft capital. This is real draft. You just took a punter in the 4th round.
Yeah, Jeremiah Trotter was still out there.
You just took a punter in the 4th round.
Cedric Van Pran's still there. Audric Estime is still there.
Yeah, we ain't worried about that. I mean, listen. I don't know. I don't even. Here's the thing.
Brendan Rice is still there.
I hate it. I hate it. I'm not gonna lie to you. I hate it. I hate it. Hold on. And I don't know, bro. I can't even say anything. I can't even say anything. I don't know. I've got nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to see.
We're not going to need a punter, right? We're going to throw for 5,000 yards.
Oh, you're going to need a punter. And I'll tell you this. We had a terrible one.
We're not going to need a punter.
We had a terrible one.
We have 3 receivers, 2 tight ends, a running back. You know what I'm saying? We don't need it. We don't need to punt anymore.
Do they trade back in at all in this? I don't think they do. I think that's it. I think that's the draft.
That might be it. Poles is going golfing.
Tory Taylor. Now, again. This does address a major need. We were over 300 in the chat. 300. This does address a need. Our punting, we were but I'm not a guy that's like, hey, go take a punter in the 4th round.
He must be pretty good.
Oh, he's the best punter in college football. I know who he is. He is absolutely the best talent, the best punting talent, I guess, in college football. But like,
oh, helps the defense.
Right. Hold on. With the 122nd pick, the Chicago Bears take Tory Taylor, punter out of Iowa.
Oh, wow.
Oh my God, bro.
I got my tackle. You got your receiver. And I
got my receiver. You got your tackle.
We got a quarterback. And then
I
would have liked to maybe if I was to go get an edge.
This is such a weird feeling because I can't explain it because I understand the need for it.
I'm hot.
But I don't understand why we did it. I absolutely understand why he took a punter. I absolutely hate that he took a punter. Oh God. Cade Stover out of Ohio State ended up going to the Texans next. Tight end, big body, good guy. The Justin Tucker no, listen, he's a great punter. I get it. But hey, you better be getting getting
guy.
Pat McAfee. We better be getting a dude that, like, if somebody's running back a touchdown, you're like, he lays them out over the middle. Now, he's also a big guy, bro. Like, he's linebacker size. He's 6'4", 232.
That's a big punter.
He's a 6'4" punter, bro.
That's a big punter.
Hey, bro.
If he's Ray Guy, then that's great.
Ray Guy, bro. Oh God. How's the center from University of Georgia still on the board? A lot of people view him as a major developmental piece. So I guess that Mugs are really, really viewing him as a hey, listen, we got to have a lot of work to do with Van Pran. I'll say this, and I guess it's the only solace that I can even offer Bears fans. Why a punter? We got one. No, we don't. We have a dude that kicks the football on our field. He's who was our punter last year? He was god awful. It was
who was our punter?
Was it Brad Maynard, right?
I don't remember.
Like, horrible. Oh no, Trenton Gill. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, he was the worst punter in the league.
Well, all those.
So and this is why this is annoying. You address the need. I get it. I get why you did. I hate that you did it though.
But what does that tell you? Does that tell you, if we trust their scouting, that maybe those guys are not as high on the board as we think they are? You know?
Well, I think the NFL doesn't think these guys are as high on the board as we think they are, because Muhammad Kamara is still on the board.
Exactly.
Austin Booker is still on the board. Like everybody that we said that we wanted to see the Bears take, Cedric Van Pran is still on the board. They're all still on the board. And nobody's taking them. We've got 3 picks since then. Cade Stover is gone. Malik Mustafa is gone, safety out of Wake Forest. And Bucky Irving is gone, the running back out of Oregon last year. Oregon getting a lot of picks in this draft. Like, nobody's taking these guys. Like, maybe you're going to see these guys go undrafted, some of these names.
Or
but
just 5th round, picks, and a lot of them might be names. But look, like I said, I got my tackle, you got your receiver, we got our quarterback. And the defense, I like V-Dog had a comment that it might go back to what they think that we re-sign Yannick. But, I had a thought, like, who says he doesn't trade that 2nd round pick for Carolina, like, in this next offseason to get.
Oh, you had that thought, did you?
No, I'm saying, what if he trades for another player? Like, he
did.
Huh?
It just came to you. It was just an epiphany.
Well, you
never heard that? Never heard that on the show before?
I didn't say. Okay, how about this? I'm reiterating the.
There you go. There it is.
That we all have.
Yeah. Oh, now it's we all. Not all right.
We always talked about trading that 2nd round pick. But my point is that we were hoping that he moves in the draft, but he might be saving it to maybe make another splash and picking up a veteran. Like, if he does another Montez Sweat type move in the offseason or come up to the season, that would be amazing.
No, I'm there for it. Listen, I get we're all stunned that we just took a punter. By the way, 289 in the building, just over 100 likes. Let's hit that like button.
I got 300 on the dot right here.
Yeah, I need at least 200 likes on the video, man. Let's hit that like button. You got a monster punter, like you really did. I understand the move. I just don't like it. It's just me. And listen, but I think here's what you also have to take into account. A lot of the guys that were like, oh man, this guy would be great. This guy would be solid here. I would love to have this guy here. They're still on the board. We act like Falcons fans when they took Penix, trust in Poe. No. This is not Falcons fans when they took Penix. I know he's good. I just didn't want a punter.
Yeah. If you wait an hour and a half, it's anticlimactic.
I doing a 2-hour stream today for a punter. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not.
This is it.
You know what I mean, Doc? Like, I know he's good. This is not a Michael Penix situation. Hey, Trenton Gill is fired, ladies and gentlemen. Trenton Gill is fired. I don't know if y'all know this or not. When that pick came through, his pink slip was slid under the door of his house. Like, but I just that one surprised me. Grade the pick on the punter. Oh, I give it a B-. I give it a B-. He's gonna be good.
Punters are people too.
He's gonna be good. He's not gonna be good. I'm not gonna say that. You know what he's gonna be? Who was old boy? I'm trying to remember what team. Was it Atlanta that has the punter with the great leg? Yeah, Trenton Gill. Trenton Gill's out of there, bro. Trenton Gill's gone.
Yeah. Look, if it's Shabbat.
Pat's so mad we took a punter. He about to leave our Bears. Pat the resigner. Hey, I'm not gonna lie. This is the greatest thing to ever come out of me having the name Pat the Designer. The fact that so many people are going out and adding things onto it. Pat the Recliner is my favorite one to this point. What did somebody say last night? What did somebody say? Somebody said,
what did they say?
I don't remember. Something about like rejecting a trade or something like that.
Decliner.
Yeah, it was like Pat's rejecting all trades right now. Pat the Decliner or something like that. Like, I don't remember.
I called you Fat the Designer. P-H-A-T.
You call me Fat the Designer. P-H-A-T. Yeah. You bastard. Hey, listen. I'm not mad at it, bro. I'm not mad at it. I'm giving it a B-. I'm only giving it a B- because we drafted a punter. But he's one of those guys that I remember last year. I don't remember who we played.
He looks like Pat McAfee.
I don't remember who we played, but legitimately,
he won the Ray Guy Award. He's a Ray Guy Award winner. Like,
yes, no, yeah. No, I'm trying to remember who we played, but like it was a low scoring game, and like the thing that I kept saying all game was like, Jesus Christ, that punter's got a leg. Like, that's what Tory Taylor's going to be. I just hate that we drafted a punter.
Yeah, but if he gives us good hang time, and that really slows down your return game, that's
no.
Good.
And here's the thing.
The defense.
You also have to take into account this guy's going to be on kickoff, so I would assume so. With the kind of leg that he's got, that with the new rules and stuff like that, you want to have that hang time. You want to have that so that you can kind of put the team in some tough positions with the new rules and stuff like that. But I wasn't expecting punter at 4. He'll be here 15 years pinning teams inside the 5, 100%. It's not he's a bad player. I don't want people to think that he's a bad player, but I'm just I don't know, man. I don't know. That one surprised Joel so much he stopped working on his bathroom and came in.
Well, I took a break. I'm tired. I was going to sit down, have something to eat, and lounge with you while this is happening. I'm like, man, this is going by quick. Yeah, I didn't realize the pick was up, so I was like, I just got to jump on now.
I thought we were at least going to draft Cedric Van Pran or Muhammad Kamara, but then we drafted a punter. Hey, bro, it's so hilarious, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. What does Pat design? Does it have something to do with home design? I design the kind of life that I love. Bow, 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 foul. Take that with you. Foul. Punter is definitely a necessity. There's a team sport polls knows that. Listen, yeah, it is. It is. It's still wild that it's a punter. Hey, bro, why it took so long for the Lions to make this pick, bro? I need to find some food. My stomach is telling me that I am starving.
I haven't eaten yet. I got up and started tiling, and I'm ready to eat.
Ray Guy, first round pick. Yeah, that was insane too. Listen. Giovanni Manu out of British Columbia. Offensive tackle. That was crazy. That what he just said there.
What?
He said, I've been sitting on this for I don't know how long, Mel.
It's going to be an exciting year. I can't wait.
Listen.
I think they still got one more move to make.
I'll tell you this right now. I hope that we see the least amount of Tory Taylor as we can, dog. See, Rod, they brought up an international fan for a punter. And he said, my Chicago Bears. Like it was. Hey, you know what's hilarious about it? He talked so much garbage about like all the other teams in the NFC before he went out there and announced that we selected a punter. Like he was like, the best team in the NFC, the best team in the world. Here we go. Punter. It's a lot of hype for a punter, bro. I'm just saying. Bro. It was a lot of hype for a punter, bro. He was like trashing everybody else. He's like,
and then we're going to go down to WrestleMania and we're going to start. Yeah, punter.
Punter. Oh, man. That made it worse. He was talking cash money. And then we trapped the punter. It did. It made it so much worse.
He's about to take over the world. And the Chicago Bears select punter.
Hey, that's what it made it so much worse, bro. He talked so crazy. He was just like, hey, listen, best team in the NFC North. We're taking the world by storm. Caleb Williams is here. Hide your children. Punter. Oh man, do y'all see the Bears roster? What do we really need? There's still stuff we need. There's still players I would have liked to get, but apparently the Bears don't evaluate them clearly as high as we do. But
there's Grady.
I mean, listen, I don't even think. Here's the thing. Again, these are guys that we found that we thought were our sleepers, and maybe we'll be proven right as the season goes on. But since Torrey Taylor has come off of the board, there's not a player on this list that I would have wanted the Bears to take.
Well, Kamara, Brendan Rice.
No, I'm talking about that has been drafted.
I hear you. I'm saying the guys. There was at least 5 people that I think that we all had there was some intrigue, but.
Oh, listen, I have intrigue on a bunch of them, right? Y'all know I loved Austin Booker. I've been talking about him all day, but I didn't want Cade Stover. I definitely didn't want Malik Mustafa. Didn't want Bucky Irving. Will Shipley, no. Ray Davis, no. I don't even know Giovanni Manu out of British Columbia. I had no clue. Hey, yeah, it's in polls we trust, dog. See, I got these hands.
And I still got all my picks for next year.
I got these picks, and I'm taking punters, baby.
I got my tackle, my quarterback, and a receiver because I built the defense the last 2 years.
Punter.
Punter.
it's just ever so gentle. Punter.
I mean,
he said he wasn't done in free agency. We'll trade back in. I don't know, bro. I don't know. He didn't sound like he was too. You know what he sounded like yesterday? I don't know if you heard the presser yesterday. I don't know if you heard any of the pressers. He sounded like after this 4th round, I'm going to bed. It sounded like, hey, listen, I'm done.
He doesn't want to He doesn't want to move on.
He sounded like, when you get to like the 5th round in fantasy football and you like, all right, now I got to really start finding mugs.
Because it was probably like, man, we got to make sure this Caleb pick hits. Everything was about Caleb and Rome. Like, that's what we got to do. They've never had a quarterback or receiver hit in a long time in terms of Bears history. So this will be the first time that our AGM since Curtis Conway, I think. And when was he drafted? In the 20s? I don't even remember when he was drafted.
Ugh.
That's been a long time, almost 30 years ago.
What ends are left in free agency? The one that was on your team last year, Yannick Ngakoue.
He's still an 8-9 sack guy.
Oh, I'm not mad at Yannick Ngakoue. And it was a broken bone. You know what I mean? Like, it's different if it was a ligament, if there was tearing, different stuff like that. He's coming back from a broken bone. He's not coming.
He was the 7th pick in 1993.
Curtis Conway.
I think after that, I mean, what? David Tyrell.
David Tyrell.
And then your boy Kevin White. And we've had a lot of busting all the quarterbacks and everybody else. So hey, I'm excited to see where we at. I'm getting hungry, man. I got to eat.
Hey, man. We did improve today.
Yeah, we definitely did on special teams.
We did improve today, bro. I'm sitting here looking at Trenton Gills like, Trenton Gills sucks. Bro, I'm trying to make myself feel better. I'm sitting here looking at Trenton Gills' numbers.
You're talking about a punter.
Trenton Gills sucks, bro. Yes.
Not an edge.
Not an edge.
Not a linebacker.
Not a tackle. A punter. Hey, bro. Trenton Gill sucks, bro. I'm sitting here looking at him compared to like the rest of the league. Hey, we definitely got better today, Chicago. If anybody tells you we did not get better, you slap them in the face because we absolutely got better today. Because, wow. Things that have never been searched on Pat the Designer's computer. NFL punter averages by team.
Rashawn Salam. Woo, that was a buzz.
Rashawn Salam was a buzz.
Todd Sauerbrunn. We drafted him. He was actually not bad. In the 2nd round back in 95. I remember. And then he left. Didn't he go to like Carolina and was killing too?
Hey, Okay, I feel a lot better about it now because I think we got the best punter in the league. By the way, it was Tommy Townsend when we played the Texans, and that ball was exploding. That was who I was reminded. Yeah, Trenton Gill is literally the second worst punter in the NFL.
We took Croots in the third round.
Joe tried to make himself feel better. He just going back and looking at all the good players that the Bears have taken in the past.
I'm just saying how many busts we've had. K was 12.
Remember that third round center we took? That was nice.
I forgot about Todd Sauerbrunn. I forgot about him.
Did we draft Brad Maynard? I feel like we did, but I feel like we drafted him very late.
Well, I'm getting there. I'm in 2000 right now.
Like, I feel like we drafted him like 7th.
Terrell was 8th overall in the 2001 draft.
It's Crimson. Facts. It's Crimson said Trenton Gill is no longer in the NFL. You're not lying, dog. Hey, bro. San Francisco getting back into the mix. They take Isaac Guardo out of Louisville. And the Ravens now have their pick in. Again, we'll just be live for the 4th round. I'll be out of here after this 4th round is over. Taking a punter was crazy, but then you start looking at how bad Trenton Gill was, and it's not as great. Like, he's at the bottom of the NFL for every metric. I still think taking a punter in the 3rd round is kind of wild, but
4th
round, I should say, is kind of what 3rd round would have killed me.
Oh yeah, that would.
But dog, he is the worst punter in the NFL, legitimately. He had the least amount of kicks land inside the 20. His net average and his average punt are the 2nd worst in the NFL. You got better.
I mean, look, I like our kicker, right?
We're gonna see Trenton Gill at Walmart.
He's gonna be the greeter at Walmart checking with receipts.
No, you're gonna see him stocking the top shelves, just kicking stuff up there. but he's gonna overshoot it. He's gonna miss it. He's gonna miss it. Dang, almost had it.
Yeah, no.
Ravens take TJ Tampa out of Iowa State, cornerback. I think a lot of people thought TJ Tampa was going a lot earlier than this.
I like this quote they said about Caleb Williams. They said one GM told me it's like if Prince played quarterback. They said the book on him, he's just kind of a weird kid.
Bro, you know why that's my favorite quote? I heard that quote about him. That's my favorite quote. Prince is amazing.
Right, he's a savant. I'll take the
Prince at quarter. What are you trying to like? What are you trying to sell me? Oh, the Chicago Bears have Prince at quarterback. So you're telling me every now and then he's going to go, oh, as he throws a 60-yard touchdown down the left side of the field? I'm good with that. I can't hear it.
And pull some of the baddest women.
You know what I mean, dog? Like,
in the world.
You know what I'm saying, dog? Like, does Caleb Williams like pancakes? That's what we need to figure out. He likes pancake blocks. Jared Wiley out of TCU, tight end, going to the Giants, Kansas City Chiefs. They must not have any belief in who's the backup that they got in there? Nick, what's that dude's name? I can't remember his name.
What? I'm sorry, who?
Chiefs backup tight end.
I don't know.
I had him on my fantasy team last year. It's a big boy though, 6'7", 260. Caught the ball really well last season. 65 targets, 47 receptions, 520 yards, 8 touchdowns. Yeah, he's got some talent. He'll be a big body going over the middle. When he throws a touchdown, says good.
Throw it
good. Ryan posed at Navy Pier with the family when he sent that pick in. You guys just figure it out. Talk about the punter.
Noah Gray, is that who you talking about?
Noah Gray, that's who it is. Noah Gray. They must not believe in Noah Gray that much because I thought Noah Gray was actually really nice too, but they did not utilize him.
Wasn't he in Denver?
He did drop the football though. Was he in Denver? I don't believe he was in Denver. Was he in Denver? I thought they drafted him.
I guess I can look it up. Oh, I'm thinking a different guy. Never mind. No, he's Kansas City.
You thinking Noah Fant?
Fant. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, Prince at quarterback would be amazing, bro. And from what we all heard, Prince was amazing at basketball.
He was, supposedly.
Alex said, we needed a punter and we got the best available. We needed a punter. We did get the best available. You're not wrong. It just still feels wrong.
It probably would have made sense.
It feels dirty.
In the 5th round, if you had the extra 5th round pick.
Yeah.
I think that's where, because then if you still got an edge alignment, something to address. I mean, Jeremiah Trotter was still out there, and that's the 3rd ranked best linebacker.
Yeah, but I mean, again,
either he ain't. I mean, but there have been third and 4th round picks that do hit. But
listen, I expect 3rd and 4th round.
Well, I expect 3rd to hit.
I expect 3rd and 4th round players to be at some point on your team starters.
Well, there you have it, Pat. You got your starter.
I got a starter. I got a starter.
Done.
Hey, listen, no competition at that job. He's got Trenton Gill can't even think of competing at this job with how he played last year.
Yeah.
And you know what the worst thing is? You know, Trenton Gill has to be sick right now because I used a 4th round pick on a punter. You have no chance of making the team because I used a 4th round pick on a punter. You can't even compete for the job. Cut that man now.
Mm-hmm.
Although I think he was only on a 1-year deal. He might not be here anymore. Question for Pat and Joel. From where we were to now, Ryan said the roster is 80 to 85% complete after getting Roman, Caleb Williams going forward into the future. Do y'all agree? Because I think we have a 49ers situation here. Well, you got to have some guys develop. I would say that you're 80 to 85% complete with guys that you know are going to be talented. Right? If you get Javon Dexter to hit, you may be in the 90s. If you get Zach Pickens to hit, you may be in the 90s. If you get Tyler Scott to hit,
they may be counting those two. It might be that the linebacker, they didn't, Sanborn's good. He's a nice linebacker.
Yeah.
He may be part of that 10 to 15%. The line is, to me, is still not all the way there. And the offensive line it is. And then you might have one position on the D line to make it 100%.
Well, I don't know if they're counting them or not, but if you, I'll say this: if you get, because things change dramatically if Javon Dexter's good, like your whole defense is like, oh snap, we can kill people now.
Or I mean, Kevin Byard is a good player.
Oh, he's really good. He's really good. Ball
2 years maybe.
Yeah,
but eventually they're going to identify their safety of the future. So that might also factor into, I would say, outside linebacker, safety, and maybe one of the D-line positions and one of the offensive line positions. That's the 15 to 20% that I'd say that they're looking for.
Yeah,
no, like
I would agree.
If they improve because they have Pickens and Dexter, if they improve because Kieran becomes a guy, or you kick Braxton in, or Braxton's a swing tackle, whatever.
Yeah.
Growth would end. So
I don't know, I don't know if Kieran starts this year. Like I said, I think that Kieran starts if somebody goes down. But
I'm saying if he becomes a top level, whether it's this year or next year, like you're saying with Dexter, if he improves, okay, we've addressed those needs. There's still a lineman position. There's still a safety, outside linebacker, and maybe a D-line position.
No, facts. He took a punter, bro.
I'm just glad I was here with you. I felt sorry for you because you were sitting there like, yeah, all right, and the pick is in. Punter. I was on my phone and I was like, I gotta hurry up. Let me watch up.
I swear it was 100% because Buddy hyped up the pick so much, bro. The best team in the NFC, the best team in the NFC North, the best team in the world. The Chicago Bears select Tory Taylor, punter.
Yeah. Hey,
God.
we got three. You got three different. Three reactions with Caleb
Oh yeah.
to
Well,
Kerry.
listen, it took me like I was like, all right, I gotta like dig through some. I gotta do some research.
Soul searching.
I gotta figure out, okay, why did we go punter? And then you look at Trenton Gill's numbers and you're like, oh, this dude sucks. Yeah. There are two dudes right now that called their agent immediately and was like, we may be in trouble. Trenton Gill and Larry Borum.
What I do like and
Jaden Hicks going to the Chiefs, back-to-back picks by the Chiefs, by the way, or not back-to-back, but sandwich picks
Jaden
in
Hicks,
between the Lions.
That was Ringo's safety. I was trying.
That was Ringo's safety. Jaden Hicks out of Washington State, good player.
So I would think that if there is the level of maturation with the defense going into next year with a full year of Sweat, it'll be very interesting because he came after 7 games, right? I think the 7th game.
No, he came after he played here 7 games, so he came after week
6.
No, how did you math that?
He started. Then he came in the weeks. Then he started week 7.
He played 7 games.
He only played 7. I thought I was saying he came in week something.
No. He played 7 games here, so he came in week 10.
Week 10. So that's significant to see how we start the year off. And I think we might have been underestimating that in terms of if you have Sweat and if you do re-sign Yannick and if you believe in what's his name, Walker.
Yeah.
They may feel very confident going into this year that this could be potentially the number 1 defense, period.
Caleb already texts Tory Taylor, welcome, be prepared. You're not going to be punting much this year.
Just get my pancakes ready for everybody.
Make sure my pancakes are ready. Game, blouses. No, I asked Patrick Scales when we were at the event, when we were at the Super Bowl, the draft party. That is our Super Bowl party right now. I was like, what's your day look like during the season? And he was like, he said, we watch film, I get a lift in, and then I get a break. I was like, dog, 10 years, 1 team, the life of a long snapper has to be the greatest thing of all time, bro. Because can't nobody hit you. It's a penalty if they hit you. Mm-hmm. So it's not like you're snapping and blocking.
Yeah.
So can't nobody hit you.
And you make $300,000 a year, like you're still
or whatever. What's the NFL vet minimum? He making more than $300,000 a year.
Probably a lot more than that now, from what I remember.
Let's see. The NFL veteran minimum in 2024, $915,000.
Almost $1 million a year, and don't even get touched. And you do a workout and hang out. I need that. I just need to be big. I need to be 6'5" or whatever. That's crazy. No, that's I mean, I think my mentality moving into these later rounds it's more about depth. I definitely think it's more about the starters. Those first,
they literally give him. Shout out, bro. Shout out to him. A 1-year deal. Hold on, that includes $1 million in guarantees. Shout out to him. They probably just re-sign him to the same deal every year.
Yeah, boilerplate. Here you go. All right, man. Let me go get some of the.
He's making $1.3 million a year.
That'll work.
That will work, brother.
I'll catch you later, bro.
All right, Brody. I'll holler at you, man.
All right, Breeze Nation.
Oh man, we gonna finish this draft out. We got that is it. A 35th pick right there. Oh, I guess I'm out of here too.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll hold on.
Oh, you might as well stick around to the end there, Joe. Jacob Cohen going. Wow, hold on now. That's a good get. Jacob Cohen finishing it out here for San Francisco. Looking through the entire 4th round here as we're going to get up out of here. Jatavion Sanders, tight end out of Texas. I stunned. Bro, that pick stunned me. They said F Caleb or Bryce Young. Like, you're going to be dead in 2 years. Troy Franklin out of Oregon. Great get by the Broncos, pairing him back up with Bo Nix. Layden Robinson, Dadrian Taylor Demerson, Justin Ebogbe, Cedric Gray, Theo Johnson to the New York Giants. I know Ringo's thrilled to have another tight end. Kyrie Jackson out of Oregon, a dog, going to the Minnesota Vikings. Brendan Dorlish, Javon Baker goes to the Patriots. Evan Williams, DeCameron Richardson going to the Raiders. Another DB over there, just what they needed. Devontae Walker going to the Ravens. Javon Foster, Eric All, Jordan Jefferson going to the Jaguars. Tanner Bortleone, center, only center taken, surprisingly, here in this fourth round. Going to the Colts. Trice Knight going to Seattle. Mason McCormick goes to the Steelers. Jalen Wright going to the Dolphins. AJ Barner going to the Seahawks. To the best team in the NFC North, in the NFL, in the world, the Chicago Bears select punter Tory Taylor out of Iowa. Shout out Tory Taylor. Hope to have you do great things and not punt a lot. Cade Stover goes to the Texans. Malik Mustafa to the Niners. Bucky Irving goes to Tampa. Giovanni Manu, know nothing about this guy. He's probably going to be the bane of my existence for the next 10 years. He goes to the Lions. Will Shipley going to the Eagles. Ray Davis going to Buffalo. Isaac Guardo going back out to San Francisco. TJ Tampa going to Baltimore. Jared Wiley to Kansas City. Sion Vaki out to Detroit. Jaden Hicks to Kansas City. Braylon Allen, he's going to the Jets. And Jacob Coing out to San Francisco. The second round is complete. Bear down, Bears fans. Let us know how you guys feel about our new punter in the comments below.
Hold on, I'm looking at Dame. Dame has been going in on Caleb. He says, I don't care how good the coaches are, we still suck at developing QBs, and USC's QBs never making an NFL. I got a question for you, Damien. Who did Caleb play for in college? And then after you answer that question, who else played for him that was in college? And then what do they do in the NFL?
I mean, Baker's probably the best.
Baker's been is capable quarterback. Who's the Arizona? Who's our guy in Arizona?
Kyler's a
Kyler
good
Murray.
QB.
Played
good QB. Terrible leader, but good QB.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, you can't say that. It's not necessarily USC. USC's quarterbacks under Pete Carroll didn't do anything in the NFL.
He also hated them.
So, and then Shane Waldron. If Shane Waldron can make Geno Smith a capable quarterback to get a second contract, if not third, I have a good feeling he could take a potential prodigy of a number one pick who played under Lincoln Riley in the NFL. So,
yeah. And it's a different regime. You're worried about the Bears' history. You're not worried about what the Bears have done.
The history has nothing to do with Ryan.
The Bears have developed a ton of players under this regime, and I don't even know if Matt Eberflus is that good, but they have developed a ton of players under this regime. So
this regime is different from Gary Crowton, from John Shoup, from Mike Tice. I mean, you name all these bad Mark Trestman. We've had a lot of guys in the past. This is Ryan Poles' team. This is not Jerry Angelo's team. This is not Phil Emery's team. The history has nothing to do with that. History's in the past.
Yeah. So, and for the love of God, we got a punter.
And we got
Hey, man, appreciate y'all for tuning in, showing love. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page. I just did a 2-hour stream for a punter. Y'all stay safe out there, Chicago. Peace. 2-hour stream, bro.